All right. So here is a quick demo of the project I've been working on. So this is a top-down 2D Unity game where you have one player. So it's a single-player game, and you're pretty much in a castle is the theme. So you're like stuck in a castle, kind of like a prisoner, and you got to fight your way out. It's kind of a survival game, is what I want it to be. So this is kind of the initial game. So it's like I've implemented some user interaction, some user movement, um, some user input, uh, all that kind of stuff. Basic level. So I have one level. I have this main menu where you start at, and then I have one dungeon level, which is a bit bigger of a dungeon. You can see you get teleported here. You have a few paths you can go down. And so I'm going to add extra doors, portals that lead to other levels, whatnot. Um, but this is what I have right now. So let's go back to the main, and we're gonna run it in main, just to kind of see how it runs. Just demo it real quick. So you can move the player around, you can go behind the boxes, but it has collision, so you can't go outside of the bounds, right? There's an NPC that will eventually talk, but right now he doesn't do anything. He's just kind of a wall, can't go through him. This is These are just kind of details I've added, make it look a little nicer from PNG. I've copped it out. Here's a chest. So this was from the everything's from the PNG, but some are interactable. So like this chest was interactable, and when I hit it down here, you can see it says grant gold. So that'll give you, the chest will give you gold, which I hope to use later in the game. Maybe you can like buy weapons or something with the gold, right? So it'll also check it in a save state. So I'll pull the console up, and then I'll pull it back up once we go through. Here, there's a portal up here. I need to add like a physical thing you can see, but it teleports you to the next dungeon. And then you can walk around here, same thing. There's collision, there's some big rooms. This might be like a boss area when I add enemies, but you can see down here it says load state. And so this is pretty much transferring the save state from main the main starting area to this new dungeon. So you keep all your gold as you progress through dungeons, and it makes a save state of how much gold you had when you left the dungeon going into the new dungeon. So that's kind of like a demo video of everything. Um, you can run around all through these. Everything has a grid with collision. You can see this is what you can't hit, or you can't go past. So I made walls around everything. Um, that's just kind of a built-in Unity feature you can use. And then I have some C# scripts. So there's the main player script. I'm just gonna open all of them up. This is using Visual Studio Code. So there's the player script, and just running through. You have a box collider so the player can hit other objects, so you get stopped by walls and get hit by enemies in the future, whatnot. You have your um, move detectors or your inputs, so you can see where to move the character. And then next we'll look at the camera mode. So this is just what the camera sees, so what follows the player. So if you look at main camera, um, you can see more that it follows the player. Oh, I should look at the player. So if I change the look at to the NPC, it would look at the NPC movement. Anyways, the camera just follows the player around. Here's a chest. So it inherits from collectible. Collectible is just the thing to see if the player hits whatever you're going to collect. And then for each thing, like for the chest specifically, you inherit collectible. And then it'll do a certain feature and override. And in this case, it'll grant you gold. Um, there's the collidable case. This is just what I put on things that you can collide with. So, this is something else I've been working on. It's a floating text. So like this, when I finish it, when you hit, say, the chest, it'll pop up a thing saying you got 10 gold. There's a general game manager, um, and then the portal, which this is what makes a save state, and it moves you to the next dungeon. It right now it moves you to a random dungeon. I only have one dungeon though. So and then going back to game manager, this is where my save states are. Down here, you have a save state function and you have a load state function. So those are pretty simple. This will save the game. It'll keep track of everything you have. So in the future, there's a few things like your guy skin, if I add that, your XP, your gold, and you'll maybe the weapon level or just level, whatever. So that just keeps track of everything. But yeah, that's an overview of what I have on my game right now.